What?
Bruh, it wasn't recording.
The entire time.
Bruh, wait, bruh. Okay.
The whole time it wasn't.
I'm gonna cry. Okay, everybody. So the first time we recorded this, it wasn't recording. So we're gonna do this again. Get ready. Get hype. All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Allie Justis, and welcome back to the Beacon Breakdown. Today we're talking about that 30-second Marvel teaser trailer that we got at the Super Bowl. And here to help me out today is our resident videographer and Marvel fanatic, Kailee Harris. Say hi. And we've got a lot to unpack about this. Even though it's 30 seconds, there's like a bunch of different Easter eggs and stuff. So let's get started. All right, so first things first, we've got our three shows. We've got Wanda Vision, we've got Falcon, Winter Soldier, and then Loki. And we've got the release dates for all of them, kind of. So we've got Wanda Vision, that is for sure going to be December of this year. And then at this present moment, we've only got like for Falcon, Winter Soldier that it's going to be released in 2020. Not really sure when, probably December, October, something like that as well. And then Loki is not going to be released until 2021. And that kind of makes me sad because, to be honest, that was the one that I was looking forward to the most. And I know you were too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I love Tom Hiddleston's Loki and he's so cool. So I would say that is the one I'm looking forward to the most. And then closely followed by Falcon, Winter Soldier. And then it's not that I'm not excited for WandaVision, but in terms of like characters and stuff, I think that the first two have like the best characters in the MCU in those two. So that's why I'm looking forward to that the most. And also with WandaVision, I have no idea what to expect from it just because it seems like it's going to be very off the walls and unlike anything that Marvel has done to date. So I'm a little bit hesitant about that show in particular, but we'll get into that later. What are you thinking?
I have about the same rankings.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, because character-wise as well. But I'm interested in WandaVision. I think it looks too. Cool.
So first, I want to talk about the Falcon Winter Soldier. So in terms of like Easter eggs and stuff like that, the first shot that we see in the trailer is Sam with the shield that was given to him by Cap at the end of Endgame, and it's going to be so cool to see him turn into Captain America. I don't really know how he's going to do it in the sense of, like, he might approach it with a little bit of hesitancy. And I wonder how that's all going to work, especially with Sebastian Stan's Bucky going to be, like, his number two man. And they're going to kind of be, like, a dynamic duo. I wonder if he's going to, like, play it up as Captain America Falcon or if he's going to be more Falcon than Captain America. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, and I'm not sure how they're going to build him up to that cool point because he doesn't have like the strength serum or anything like that. So I don't know how they're going to get him up to that like godlike status that Captain America is at right now. I'm excited to see it. I hope that he does it well because I really would be upset if this was super lame and if he was like a really lame Captain America. But I really like his character and I really like Bucky too, and I think that's going to help a lot. I think their dynamic is going to be really good. Because they have sort of like a fighty energy, like sibling rivalry that we kind of saw in Civil War, especially. In Captain America, Chris Evans, he was having to do a lot of like dad energy in terms of like, hey, stop fighting. So I think that's going to be funny. I think this show is going to be really funny, like more comedy. Not quite as comedy as like WandaVision per se, but I think it's going to be a lot of like snarky humor and stuff like that between them two especially. I'm excited for that a lot. And then also we saw Zemo from Civil War is going to be in there. I'm really curious about that because honestly, when I first watched Civil War, I really didn't like Zemo at all. I thought he was probably one of the lamest villains in the whole MCU. To be honest, if I had to pick one, I would say like him. And then you were talking about. You saw something from that.
The shot of the football game.
Yeah.
There was someone dressed up as Captain America, which is theorized to be U.S. agent, which could be the villain of this.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. That could be cool.
And I think it's going to be cool to see the dynamic between Bucky and Sam because hopefully there'll be something from what happened with Endgame with Captain America.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really cool.
I hope they have, like, a lot of, like, bonding moments over,
exactly.
like, Chris Evans as Captain America. I think that would be really, really sweet. And I don't know if he's going to make an appearance at all as, like, old Cap, old America, but I hope he does. I think that would be really tender, and a lot of cool moments could happen with that. As for Wanda and Vision, I think that that's going to be cool, but also very chaotic. I really have no idea what to expect from this, and the trailer didn't really give a whole lot of clarity. If anything, it raised a lot more questions than it gave answers, because it seems like the type of TV show that it's going to be is going to be very, like, experimental in terms of, like, style and creative outlet. So that's going to be interesting, because in a lot of the different frames, it was like 50s, like, sitcom style, and then it was 70s sitcom style, and then in another frame, she was, like, wearing her comic book costume, which was a cool Easter egg that I enjoyed, but also made me more confused. I don't know. I've got a lot of questions about that.
You definitely see an I Love Lucy vibe,
Yeah.
Brady Bunch vibe, and then it goes to her just, like, modern day clothes. And in those scenes, Vision is in black and white.
Yeah, but then in one frame, she's in color, but he's in black and white.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think that raises the question of it being kind of her own, like, wishes to want an alternate reality with Vision because of what happened with him in Infinity War. So I think that's going to be interesting. Yeah.
And a lot of this, I don't know if this show is going to be in the same, like, universe or an alternate universe where they're both still alive. Or, if it's, like, a different, like, reality in terms of, like, it's all in her head. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird. And I'm excited for it, but I also, like, it really confuses me, the, like, premise of this show. And obviously we're going to get a lot more clarity when the actual main trailer comes out. But for now, I'm just kind of in a state of suspended disbelief in terms of confusion. But two cool Easter eggs that were in the trailer that we saw is that in one frame, Wanda was pregnant. And then in the other frame, there were two cradles that they were standing over, which is obviously their two kids from the comics. And so I don't know how they're going to tie them into this. And I don't know if their kids are going to then go on and be a part of this TV show, or maybe that'll launch its own spinoff into, like, their lives, because I know that was a big thing in the comic books. But I don't know. That's going to be interesting to unpack as well later. And then now, last but not least, the little bit with Loki in it, the whole, like, grand total of 5 seconds that he was in this trailer. I think there's a lot of cool things that we could see from even just the one, like, frame that we got in terms of, like, his uniform, right? So he was wearing a prison uniform, and it said TVA, which is Tennessee Valley Authority. No, TVA, which is the Time Variance Agency from the comic books, who are essentially, for all intents and purposes, like space police, like space-time cops, kind of like Doctor Who. And it's going to be interesting. That kind of indicates that he's going to be, like, time jumping, maybe universe jumping somehow. I don't know how they're going to justify that either, because I know that he's got, like, cool magic stuff, and, like, I don't know. I kind of hope that they give a better explanation than, like, I don't know, he's got magic, he can do it, because that seems like a whole jump of logic to, like, be like, oh, I can do cool magic stuff, to, like, I can transcend reality. Like, I hope they explain that and they give a good answer for it. But that seems like that's gonna be cool, because he's, like, one of my favorite characters. I wonder how he's gonna act as well, because he's really more of, like, an anti-hero in the MCU, like, movie universe. So in the TV universe, I wonder if he's gonna be the good guy, or, like, the bad guy, or the anti-hero still. I don't know if he's going to get a love interest. I kind of hope he does. That would be cool.
Yeah. That one's definitely my favorite. I'm most excited about that one because the Thor movies are my favorites.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But I think it'll be interesting, and I hope that they kind of tie it into Endgame a little bit, which I think they will do.
I think so. That was another thing I was going to bring up. I think that it's going to be really interesting to see how they tie it all together and, like, cut all these loose ends, or if they're gonna be able to. All right, well, that's all we've got today, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Beacon Breakdown. I'm Allie Justis.
I'm Kailee Harris.
And that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye. Yay, and it was recording this time. Go Vols!